All right, so this episode of Arrow was just mostly the ripples that happened after Sarah died, how everyone reacted, and really what it's going to build up to. And the actual criminal in this episode, and the reason why he's going around killing people with arrows, I thought would lead to something more important, but not really. But anyway, the one thing that really troubles me, not to say the episode was bad, but it's like keeping the secret from Detective Lance or Captain Lance. Again, they need to decide on what they're gonna call him. Not telling him about Sarah's death was on part kind of a right one. It all depends on how you view it. Like, if you're a close family member to him, of course it's gonna be difficult to tell him you just lost a daughter. That's gonna be hard, and especially when he's has history of heart attacks. So really, it's kind of a slippery slope there. But at the same time, I'm sitting there constantly seeing this guy happy that Sarah's alive and oblivious to it, and it just hurts me inside to see him like that. It's like, oh no, when he does find out, it's gonna hurt so bad, not just for him, but for me too. So, and I can already see where this is going. He'll find out and get mad at somebody. Maybe Laurel, maybe the Arrow, at why they kept us a secret. He's gonna get mad. It's gonna lead to him not talking to them, or maybe something else. But for the most part, it's mostly I just feel so bad for the guy. But either way, they have the body, but they can't really do anything with her because they're now bringing an investigation as to who she was, how is she alive. It's just like, and then why someone killed her. It's just like, oh, so many questions. So it makes sense to keep her hidden for a while, but it's still so hard to hear. We have her body in a freezer. It's like, oh. And it builds up to the main point of this episode, as to Oliver's lifestyle choice. In fact, all their lifestyle choices. They are putting themselves out there, fighting villains, criminals, supervillains sometimes, maybe eventually. And of course, they can't let anyone know. So, in that off chance that they do die, they're not going to have a proper burial because they're not going to let people find out what's going on, just keep them in the dark. But that also, in a way, also keeps the heroes in the dark. They're going to be buried alone and with no one knowing that they're dead, and it's just so sad. And it finally just exploded at the ending where they're burying her body, and it's just this small little nighttime funeral, just 5 people, and they're the only ones who are gonna know about it. And it really hurts. It really hurts to see this, because we as the audience love these characters and really want them to succeed in their goals. But when you really think about it, it doesn't matter if they succeed. At the end of the day, they're gonna die without people actually knowing the full extent of the good they done. And it's just so heart-wrenching to see that. But it's their choice, and it's a tough choice to make, and you gotta respect them for that on some level. I still don't like this. I think his name, finally I got it was Palmer. I'm still gonna call him a douche because he is kind of a douche. I still don't like him. And the ending where Felicity finally goes to work for him, it's kind of iffy for me. It's just like, I really don't like him. He tries too hard to be nice, and it's like, at one point he says, I'm gonna actually offer half of my net worth to this charity, or whoever charity impresses me the most. I don't know how he says it, but then he just pulls out $1, like, this is gonna be my paycheck or my funding for the rest of the week. It's just like, yeah, you're trying too hard to be nice, and it just makes me kind of wary of him. Especially hearing that he's constantly following and texting and emailing Felicity, and then even buying her, her company that she works for. And it's just like, dude, that's really creepy. That is no way to hire someone or even get someone's attention. That's just disturbing. So yeah, I'm hoping he does play a bigger role in the sense that he's gonna be a villain or something to take down, because I really don't like him a as a character. He's just something about him that just rubs me the wrong way. But either way, the actual villain, I suppose, or criminal that they're chasing, in suspicion that he's the one who killed Sara, LaCroix. The reason why he's here, the reason he's killing some other people is just, it's kind of like, it's fine. In fact, when you think about it, it reminds me of the first episode. Just like, oh, it is just these shady backroom deals with businessmen and other, shady characters. Like, oh, it's kind of like the first season. But now that we've had supervillains marching into the city and taking over and all these riots, stuff like that seems kind of small time. It's like, I don't really want to focus on that. But now we found out that LaCroix wasn't actually the one who killed Sara. So someone else, another archer, was the one who did it. And I like how Oliver reveals that the League of Assassins don't kill their own. So that means if someone were to betray them or something, I guess they'd bring them back and torture them or something, or maybe imprison them, who knows. But now it just makes me think, okay, so maybe that's how Ras Al Ghul gets involved. And like, he hears about one of his assassins, one of his, members getting killed by someone, and that brings him over to Star City, or Starting City. Yeah, I don't think they changed the name yet to Star City. I think it's still technically Starting City. But either way, it brings Ras Al Ghul here with his assassins, and it's either going to cause some friction with Oliver's, like, I don't trust these, Ras Al Ghul being here. He's too dangerous of a person to leave just walking around. Or it's going to be Ras Al Ghul saying, I want to find the person who killed one of my assassins, and as long as you get out of my way, or if you help me, we'll be cool. So that's good, because I don't want Ras Al Ghul to be a villain, because he always seems to be an honorable, sensible man to a certain extent. Who really doesn't want to start fights. It's just more like his very reputation is what causes the heroes or anyone else to be just cautious around him, really not trust him. So I'm really hoping that's what it leads to. And the villain is just going to be whoever killed Sara, or at least whoever hired the person to kill Sara. And we have another flashback of Oliver, having to gain the trust of a Waller by killing Tommy. And the reason he's there is because while Oliver was trying to contact his family with his email, Tommy, I guess in a way, I don't know if this is true, but I guess on the internet you can actually get notified that someone was trying to use their email account. So he that suspiciously went to Hong Kong, trying to see if he can find his friend. But either way, it just led to, Oliver having to pretend to want to kill him, and essentially, convincing Tommy that he's dead without actually revealing himself. And Tommy just decides, Oliver's dead and going back home. But it's nice to see the Tommy back, even through a flashback. And the only other thing to talk about was the ending, where we find out about Thea. It's like, okay, she's training under Merlin, and she looks to have gotten pretty good. Not an expert, not a master, because it's only been like maybe a year, I believe. Yeah, I think about a year, maybe 2. I know I should probably find out exactly how long it's been. I think they mentioned in the first episode, but yeah, I mean, no matter how much time has passed, there's no way Thea could have become a master. So I don't think she's gonna appear just yet. They just letting us know she's gonna appear sometime in the season, maybe near the finale. But either way, this episode was good. Really pulling at my heartstrings, making me feel sorry for a lot of these characters, and really getting me excited about this season and what's gonna lead up to. So either way, great episode, loved it, can't wait for the next one. Till then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye bye.